Hello, everyone. My name is Gentle, and I'm just here to speak about the overall state of killers and just how DBD is in general right now, and what the 10-year anniversary of the Blank Banquet really brings to the table. So, the main three things I want to speak about today are just the overall dishes, and I want to show gameplay, and I want to talk about my personal experience with this event mode playing a C tier killer like Deathslinger. I love this killer, but in this game mode, it sucks a lot, and I think it sucks for mostly every killer, not just Deathslinger. I don't know why I'm being objective here. So let's go over the dishes and talk about what each one of them does. So we're going to begin with Stuffed Trotters, which allows global haste and repair speed for generators. Alongside, when they eat the morsel, they get a little sprint burst, like a miniature sprint burst. Like if you remember the Blight Serum from like the Halloween event, it'll basically boost them forward like that. But in return, but like here's the thing. Killers don't get this too. They don't get anything. We're just stuck here with our dick out, and it sucks. Cause like you'll see the person just munch down. They'll be like fucking chowing down on it like a dog when it like sees his food placed down for the first time, and they'll just boost forward. And for a 4.4 meter killer, sucks ass. At least I have a gun to reel them back in because they're kind of like stuck in a straight line. They can't really turn that well. The mobility is kind of fucked. Yeah, so it's very similar to the Blight Serum. So that's cool because Vigil and 99 in your sprint burst wasn't already annoying. So yeah, thanks, behavior. And then we're gonna go on to the next thing where it is when they place four of these morsels in a table and they set a table. You can just have them set. What I like to do when I play Survivor and do this, because I exploit this, because I'm gonna be honest with you, killer's not the most fun experience right now. You can set 3 plates, and the second someone gets in a chase, say they're on death hook, so you have a whole team that's injured. Like situations like this will quickly turn into situations like this because of this event. And it sucks. Like I've played a bunch of matches where I have the pressure and I think I'm doing great, and then they'll fucking put down a couple plates, be Denny's employees, and the creepy old man on the side tips them $50 and meets them in the back, and yeah, that's what I feel like, man. So yeah, when they set 4 plates down to a table, each survivor gains 1 health state back. I think that's stupid. But you know what? Who am I? Who am I? I'm not John Behavior. No, like, I think that's fair. Like, say I have 4 people slugged, no, 3 people slugged, and I'm going for my pick now. Well, guess what? That person, everyone's picked up now. Like, they didn't even have to go over there. They didn't have to risk their butt by, like, coming near me. No, they just went over there, got their little Denny's tip, and that's fine. Yep. Okay, let's move on to the next dish. The next dish, which is by far my least favorite. Holy crap, I hate this one. And it's because I don't really like to wear headphones that much. I only wear them when I'm talking with friends or if I am playing Dead by Daylight, because hearing is valuable in Dead by Daylight. But I don't like to wear them so often to the point where like it irritates my ears. Like I have sensitive ears. So this one allows invisibility when survivors eat the morsel and just completely fucks you. Like, well, you can hear, luckily. If you're wearing headphones, you can't hear it, which is great, because there's this little sound cue. I'll even play it for you. And it's just like you're sitting there and like you're chasing, you think everything's fine. They bite down on their little like baked cranberry or whatever. What the fuck is baked cranberry? I don't even know what that thing is, dude. Let's be real. Have you ever had baked cranberry? I'm pretty sure it's a foot. Like I'm pretty sure it looks like a foot. So when they eat that, they get invisibility, completely gone. You can't see them at all. And the little sound cue plays. And you're supposed to track them off that. And they're invisible for about like 4 seconds, which isn't that long, but it is pretty long because I'm pretty sure that can gain like 16 meters of distance in that time if I do not see them immediately, if I'm not tracking them well. So that sucks. But alongside the fact that they can place down all 4 plates onto a table again and set up portals around the map that refill their fucking items. I've exploited this so many times because what I'll do is I'll bring a toolbox, literally a stacked ass fucking toolbox, and I'll sit down 4 tables, and now I just have infinite toolboxes. If I go be a little Denny's employee, I now have a toolbox that can always be recharged. Before you had to run perks like Built to Last to even make this possible, but now you have to just fucking go in there. You go be a Waffle House employee. You maybe go with a little scrap, getting your little Dust and Poirier. It's gonna be bad. Okay, we're just not gonna finish that and you're just going to end up getting a finished toolbox. And it's now you have like 50 charges of a gen just in your hand always if you just set the table. So I think that's very stupid. I don't really know where the decision making behind this was. And as you can tell, I'm being very like complaining here, but it's just because of what killers get, and I'll get to that in a second. But you see all these things that killers get, like all the no, not killers, killers get, yeah, oh sure, buddy, yeah. But you see all these things that survivors get, and killers don't get much in return, and it sucks. But they can also, when they go through the portal and recharge their item, They also gain invisibility. So you don't even, I'm pretty sure the sound cube is going to be long gone by the time you go through the portal alongside with them, and they're just gone. This can be so frustrating during chases where they'll just run into a portal, you have to go follow in behind them, and by the time you're in there, they're probably like 16 meters away, and you don't even know which direction to start to look in because they're invisible. Alongside the fact that their toolbox is fully recharged. Who is approving this stuff? John Behavior, I beg. And then there's also the fact that they can just heal health states, which is like, yeah, it annoys me. I can't lie. Okay, now we're gonna go into the last dish. The last dish being, what is the last dish? Let's look at this. Let's look at this. What did I? Oh yeah, creamy pasta. Creamy pasta gives survivors fragile palates that are so fucking bugged with desync issues for both sides. And alongside, when you place 4 tables, like what? Not 4 tables. Imagine that, placing 4 tables. Yeah, let's go get the U-Haul truck, guys. All right, but when you place all 4 plates, all pallets on the map become unbreakable. So God pallets, literal shack pallet becomes unbreakable, and you can't really play around this. You legitimately can't. Like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing, because I can't break it, and it's a pallet that needs to be broken for me to like even continue the chase. So I'm forced to break chase, and it sucks, you know, because now I have to go looking for a new survivor, and by the time I get to the new survivor, guess what? Another table is set, and the people that I have injured before, yeah, no, they're fine. And they can also just spam the morsels. They can literally spam this stuff 24/7. There's never a cooldown with it. They can always just get a new morsel and eat again. Like, what am I playing, bro? Am I playing like Misery by Daylight? I'm playing Degrading by Daylight. That's what I play now, and it sucks. Now, while this event is limited time, so it's not going to be there forever, there's another thing I want to speak about, and it's the queue times. The queue times are so utterly ridiculous. You are forced to play this fucking hellhole of an event because the normal queue times are like 8 minutes, and you're sitting there for 8 minutes doing nothing just to play a game where it's already not in your favor if you're going against competent survivors. Especially if you're not playing like Blight or like a high tier killer. If I'm not going to like Gold by Daylight or Blight by Daylight, that's what you're making this game into every time you complain about something small or like you just do a little misplay and you think to yourself, nah, the killer's broken. Like when I see people complaining about Jason, the only thing I think of is, yeah, you're bad. Like, because it's just your fault. You just need to learn the counterplay. I will admit, the omnipresent evil, that needs to be tweaked. The fact that you can stay in that forever, it sucks. But you just need to learn the counterplay because he's another 4.4 meter killer. You need to dodge the spear. You need to not leave tiles blatantly. You need to like play well, you know? And I feel like that's for every game. If another community were to look at DBD's community and see how much we whine and complain about like just other things, like right now, yeah, I'm being real. I'm whining, but like it's because for good reason. I don't really see why I shouldn't complain when survivors have all this stuff and I'm given a fart gas and it sucks, you know? Because that's what we're about to speak about. Killers get a little like inferior version of a clown bottle that doesn't even last forever and it gives them a little stamina bar, and good survivors will manage the stamina bar. They won't just completely fucking full send it and go on 0 and not be able to walk not be able to run anymore. They'll manage it. They'll play it well. So it doesn't even do much in general if you're playing against the competent survivors. While when they're playing, they have instant heals. They have teleportation to refill their items. They have unbreakable shack pallet and god pallets. Like, you see what I mean here? Like, there's just so much for the survivors and so little for the killer. It sucks, you know? And I really just want this event to be like fixed. And it sucks, man. Like, I wanted this to be better. I don't want it to be fixed. I wanted this to be better because that's all I want to speak about. I was really had like high hopes for this event. I was really hyped. I had saved up 15 million blood points for this event and everything, you know? I was so excited to play this, and just to be let down so severely and be practically degraded and bullied. Like that, like the community's already toxic enough, and it sucks when you're playing an unfair game mode and people are still being so like mean to you, you know? Like, this community just completely forgets that there's another player behind the screen. I've seen killers be bullied and harassed. I've been bullied and harassed over this game, you know? I literally play on anonymous mode because of how many messages I get over the fact that I play a 4.4 meter killer that's not even that good. He's great, he's fun, I think he's awesome to play against, but if I miss a shot, you can hold W to a really long tile, you know? Like, it sucks. And I still get bullied over that, and it sucks. Like, what am I supposed to play? Am I supposed to play Blight? Am I supposed to go play Gold? No, I want to play one of the, like, look at this long roster of killers. Look at all this that you have. And I'm supposed to be playing just the mediocre, like, Blights and Nurse and maybe some Oni occasionally. Like, actually, but this is no slander to them. If you play those killers, that's awesome, man. I respect you. Those killers take skill. But in a roster so wide and so big, I want to play more killers. I want to play killers like the Xenomorph. I want to play killers like Chucky. I want to play the Unknown, for God's sake. Unknown is an awesome killer, but he's so weak and he's so like just inferior compared to a lot of other killers. Like, look at Ghostface. Ghostface's ability and just his overall thing, he is rated so low, even though he's such a cool and unique killer. What other killer can mark survivors and expose them immediately? That's great, but you'll still get bullied and harassed for playing weak killers. I don't know, man. It's just, it gets to a point where a lot of the time I'm seeing a lot of killers like Mint Skull and Oddstarva even. Oddstarva in his latest stream that I watched, I sat there for 3 hours and I could just tell this guy was not having fun. A lot of the time he just kind of looked burnt out. And I know he was sick, but he only streamed for 3 hours, and even then, it just kind of looked like the game was sucking the soul out of him because of him playing killer. I saw him having a good time on Survivor, but the second he started playing some killer games, it just looked like the life from this man was gone. And that's a creator who loves this game, and I love this game. I'm passionate about this game. I play this game so much. My Deathslinger is Prestige 75, and I could get him to P100, but I'm a weird person, and I think I have to deserve that P100. You know? I want this game to be great. I really do. But when it's time after time after time of us not having a voice, us not being cared about, it's just suffering. And I get it to a certain point because it's 4 out of 5 people in the game. They're having a good time, but that one person, you need that one person to play the game. You need to care about that one person to have a lot and give them a voice, or else you're not gonna have a game. Because when one survivor DCs in a match, you get replaced with a bot. It doesn't really matter. But when a killer DCs, the whole match is over. You can't keep playing. So what happens when you don't have these killers? What happens when you finally push these killers out with all the toxicity, the unfairness, the balancing? And it's just, now you don't have a game. You have a game of Blight by daylight and Nurse by daylight and Slugging by daylight and Tunneling by daylight. Like, you want to have these people. You want to care for your community, and that's all I ask, you know? I want our community, I want a voice, and I want killers like mine to be appreciated, and I want this game to be in a better state. This event really took a lot out of me, and I want to keep playing this game, but every time I see that play button down here, I just think of all the bad things and all the possibilities, and this is something that's known as killer anxiety, and somebody like Refined is great at this, and I watch his videos on the daily because of just how much he helps me. He's such a great creator, and I hope I get to talk to him one day. Probably not, but that'd be awesome, man. Like, I want to have a voice. That's all I want to get through in this video. So if you stayed here and you listened to my little rant, I appreciate you. And go ahead and subscribe, because I love making content. I love doing it. It's draining and it sucks for me, and I don't upload often, mostly because of the fact that I suck at motivation. But I have fun doing this, you know? This is entertainment for me. I like sitting here and I like talking to people. I like having a voice. I don't like to be a quiet person. So if you enjoyed the video, please just go ahead and subscribe. I'll be around for more.
Oh, you'll never change. I know that.
Arthur. Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream the silliest and softest of dreams. I miss you, and I will always miss you. But I cannot live like that.